What's going on, Las Vegas? What's up, YouTube? This is Chris from Unwrapped TCG, and today I want to talk about some Digimon stuff. We, the players, have been waiting for mulligans and side decks for quite some time. Bandai, I hope you're listening, because I got a lot to talk about. Let's see what we got. So I've been playing this game. We have been playing this game for quite some time. If you're here in the English market, it's only been a few months. If you've been playing since the Japanese release, it's been about a year or a little over a year. I have to double check the dates, but basically, we've been playing without mulligans. We've been playing without side decks, and I think it's time that we might take a deeper look into reasons why we might want to consider those. There's been many games where I've opened just zero rookies and I hadn't have any draw power. Meanwhile, my opponent's going into rookies like, left and right, like White-O and Rice, like Sugar and Kool-Aid, and I want some draw power too. I would like to go into my Omnimon on my first turn, but I can't if I don't have any rookies. So traditionally what mulligans do, for those who don't know, what a mulligan does is all you do is shuffle your hand back into your deck, or a select number of cards back into your deck, and draw that many number of cards, or in the case of Magic the Gathering, one less card per mulligan. In Magic's case, though, you can mulligan as many times as you would like at the cost of one less card. Every time you do, up to, leaving you with 0 cards, in which case, why did you mulligan that one card? You're just trolling. But yeah, I would like to see those rules in place, because there's been, plenty of times where I've just drawn into just no rookies, or I draw into one rookie and all I have is like level 6s, and just no outs. Sometimes I just want a slightly better hand. Maybe I want to risk it for the biscuit. Some players do that. That's an actual tournament tactic. They'll see a hand and like, this hand is good, but it's not optimal. Let me risk it. And sometimes they draw it, and oftentimes they don't. And I think, the way we go about it is probably going to be the biggest thing, because we can't just shuffle it back into our hands back into our decks, and then we can go ahead and draw the same number of cards. But is that just too powerful a thing into Digimon? And I have to figure that not necessarily that Bandai knows what they're doing. However, I do know that there hasn't really been any sort of efforts to try to go ahead and change that. So it seems like this is intentional. As for side decks, I think we absolutely need to have them no matter what. Without question, side decks just need to be an absolute must. I get rocked by just decks that are just degenerate. Sorry, Steve, but I'm going to have to bring up Ricky Rush deck. So in the last PPG tournament, I played against Ricky Rush and got diddly whopped. I don't know how else to explain it, but I got everything that Ricky Rush does. It did everything I couldn't do. It was a whole lot of fun. All the key cards were in my deck, and at times like that, I wish I could have mulliganed to either draw into like a better possible hand, knowing that the opponent's going to play the deck that he's playing, and if I already have outs in my deck, then I'm going to try to optimize and try to get in that as soon as possible, because once that's out on the board, then it's going to become a problem for my opponent until they get rid of it, which I don't think he would have been able to get rid of it. It's just that we would still have to see how that played out. Now, as regards to side decks, maybe there are some key cards that I have there that straight counters blue Omni, red Omni, purple Piedmon, Lilithmon, black back blockers, reboot. Now, there's lots of different deck variations, a lot of decks that are different colors, specifically like Megazoo, which includes quite literally every color, to ensure that they just have big beefy monsters that people have to deal with, and if you don't have hard outs to them, they are just going to pub stomp you. You have to be able to deal with it. And I feel like, as a person, with all the competitive games that I played, competitive Magic, competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess you can count Pokemon, but I was only playing the Pokemon League, and I had like a kid's allowance, so maybe like a slightly improved starter deck. That's not really competing, but yes, nonetheless, I did compete in the Pokemon leagues. So I didn't really have any side deck. I just remember a girl playing Alakazam on me, and that was the end of that game. She was very nice, but she looked at me with such disdain. I was like, man, you sucked. Because I didn't have any cards. But I have cards now. And if you play Digimon, I challenge you. I challenge you. But getting back to the side decking for just a moment. Side decks are, I guess, been shown to have good data of improving games and preventing losses where it would have been avoided had they had an opportunity to. So a game like this with its popularity, I think this just absolutely has to go ahead and change. I just don't know the number of cards it should be, whether it should be 5, 10, 15. I think the average is between 10 and 15 cards. Maybe we should have it, the same, just so we can, dip our feet in the water, see how that goes. Maybe even just have a little test play for some tournaments. Just say, hey guys, for this tournament, we're just going to go ahead and allow side decking and see how that runs out and see how people respond to it, how the meta changes, because at the end of the day, we're all tamers here. We just want to play Digimon. We all love Digimon, and I've never had so much fun in a long time since this game's happening. So Bandai, I just want to say you've made a great product. Don't screw it up. And please stop having issues with your products, because that is the bane of your existence right now. And I hope to see that change in the futures. Anyways, guys, this is just going to be another quick one. Hope to see you guys at Digimon events. And if you have some comments, leave some comments in the comments section below. And if you have some things to say, you can also reach me on the Facebook page in the Las Vegas Digimon group. And as always, stay sexy.